Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls. It is 6:59 a.m. on Thursday, the 22nd of March, 2018. In my lap, I have a little hamster running around. It's little Boogle. She wants to be on the back of my hand. I'm not sure why. But she's a cutie. Her anti-camera gyroscope is very active. Come on, well, let's see if you can face the camera for just a little bit so people can see your cute little rodent face. She's such a cutie. But she wants to crawl and not just stand, so I'm going to put her back in her cage. Actually, I scrabbled in her cage till she came rushing aggressively out of her house to see what was making that noise. And then I grabbed her carefully, but I'll put her back in her cage now. Here we go, little one. You're such a cutie. She is savage. Brutal. Well, she's not brutal or savage, but she is very aggressive. Yesterday or the day before, I can't remember which, when I reached in and did that, she rushed out, threw herself on her side, and was going to take my hand out, is going to attack it and kill it. So she's very aggressive. You have to be careful with Boogle. She will bite. I believe that's why she was given up. So she's a rescue. It's like all but 2 of my hamsters are... Yeah, is that right? All but 2 of them are rescues right now. Wow. Man, I love hamsters. They're good stuff. They're cute and fuzzy. I got Bad Ears and Charvy and Boogle, who you just saw, Mama Squeak, and then I don't show him very often because he's very old and I don't want to stress him out. I haven't had him for very long, but he's a little 9 toes. He's got the tip of one toe like this is missing. So he's little 9 toes. Even though he's got another set of paws with all of his toes, so he's really 19 toes? That just doesn't sound as good. Salivating around my dentures. Thumbs up. And of course with the dental adhesive that makes my saliva extra thick and yuck. Coats the inside of my mouth with adhesive, so I have trouble tasting anything anyway. And then with this dental adhesive coating the inside of my mouth, I mean, it covers all my taste buds too. So I can barely... It tastes like chewing styrofoam when I eat food. Thumbs up. Over here, I have a new bunch of video games out for display. There's Doom for the Xbox, Animal Crossing, Scarface, Manhunt, and down here, yay, Oblivion. Just wanted to bring those out so that people could see. In comments, well, not out, but just up. In comments, someone mentioned, did you have a Godzilla attacking gnomes on your bookshelf? More than that. It's Godzilla eating a gnome and crushing and killing all the rest. So yeah, that is a cool figure. It was like 26 bucks back when I actually had money. I think it was even before I moved out of my brother-in-law's garage. So I saw it. I can't remember how or where, but I said, I have got to get that. That's perfect. So yeah, I bought that and I put it up on my shelf so people can see it. 90% of everything I've got on my shelves is stuff that people have sent me, but generally over the past like year and a half, I used to get stacks of cards and envelopes and people sent me things. Like the past year and a half, I've gotten like 6 postcards, and some people have sent me other things. I'm not complaining because people have sent me things like this chair I'm sitting in, and Straxion sent me a cooler for my computer, and another person sent me an exerciser so that I can sit and exercise if, like today when it's raining, I can't go out for a walk. I'm not saying people don't send me things. People do. It's just that even though I beg for postcards and keychains, people don't send me postcards or keychains. I mean, like the past year, I've probably gotten like 6 postcards. I pay 102 bucks a year for my post office box, and I'm kind of just wasting the money right now, but life is life. Still, I'm begging for postcards. I'm begging for just keychains, because keychains are cheap. That's why I asked for them. That's why I just want postcards and keychains, because they're cheap. I'm not asking for much. I just want somebody to have like some spare change. You go, hey, you know, there's that guy who has a channel. I'll buy him this postcard. Hi. And then throw it off, and then I show it off on my channel. Go, look, someone sent me this postcard. And it's so awesome. And I love doing that. But nobody sends me postcards. Nobody sends me anything. Aside from a very few people and things that you can't really show. If I took everything off of my shelves that people sent me that was over a year old, I wouldn't have anything to display on my bookshelves. This is all stuff that's ancient, like my pictures. Like my channel's like 4 years old, and most of this stuff is 2 years old and more. Nobody sends me anything to show. I'd love to show pictures. Somebody send me art. Nobody sends me art anymore. Nobody even sends me art via email. People used to do that. Nah, nothing anymore. I suffer from such social isolation. I mean, people used to send me stuff from my channel. Like I said, they used to send postcards to show me that I'm part of the world. I don't get postcards anymore. People used to send me all sorts of things in email. People don't send me things in email anymore. The bigger my channel has gotten, bigger, the less people have contacted me in any way, shape, or form. So now that I've got like 134,000 subscribers, nothing. So thumbs up. One thing that I also wanted to show, oops, I bonked into my pop shield thing, is I talk about how when I take a shower, I use shower gloves. These are literally like sandpaper gloves. They're made out of like, I don't know, metal? It's not metal. It's a fabric and it holds, you know, a lather, but you just put them on, get them wet, lather them up with soap, and then you scrape your body with them. Oops. Wow, that made my bracelet come off. It must have been pretty low. And I stressed my muscles or something. But you do that, and you just lather up, and then you wash your body. You got to be very, very careful. I have hurt myself with scrubbing with these things before. You got to, oh, and they have like threads that come loose. So this one's got like a 4-inch thread that comes loose. So if that sort of thing bugs you, then that's going to drive you crazy. But you just scrub your body with it, and I do that every time I take a shower. It's basically I scour my entire body with sandpaper. Because these are, like I say, you can hurt yourself real easy. I have taken videos where I have had friction burns from these things on my face and other parts of my body. But they're really, really good. You just rub your hands over your body. I took a shower this morning and I scour as much of the only parts of my body that I don't scour with this is these. With these is I can't reach between my shoulder blades or up far enough behind my back from behind. So there's a patch of my back. Now I used to have one of those little poofy bath sponge things that's like a sheet of the plastic with the holes in it that's put into a wad, and it was on a stick, a plastic stick, so I could go shoop, whoop, 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 behind my back and then come up from behind. But then of course I didn't pay attention and realize, of course, that, you know, they put decorative little cuts and shapes in the handle, and each time you do that, each one of those is a stress point. And so with the stress points from pushing, because it was a curved bar with a handle and then the puffball, you put pressure on the curve, and each decorative point is a place where there's stress. And so the other day I was washing and snap, because it was just plastic, and so I had to throw that away. So without that I can't scrub my back, but past that, the only parts of my body that I don't scrub are just between my shoulder blades and my actual head. Every other part, I even scrub my beard face with those things. They work. It's very, very good. If you have issues like hanging on to things while you're taking a shower, especially if you just, like, for decades I just used a bar of soap and didn't use anything else, just rub the soap over me, and of course when you do that you're foop, foop, foop with the bar of soap. And this is better. You're not hanging on to anything, and you're actually scouring dead skin and stuff off. I really enjoy the feeling. I've got fresh skin. I've gotten rid of lots of dead stuff. Don't have to worry about just normal cloth and fabric. They're good things. You should get them. And of course today I have therapy, so I'm going off to my therapy appointment. Hopefully it is 7:08 a.m. I'm just about halfway through my vlog, and I have not... What the heck was I talking about already? I've reached the halfway point. Wow. This is why I love fibromyalgia and depression and brain damage from my alcoholism. I was talking about this. I have no idea what I was talking about. It just went kaboom! Mid-sentence, I forgot what I was talking about. God, I hate fibromyalgia so much just because I used to be sharp. I used to be really, really sharp. I could remember stuff. I could concentrate. I could make leaps of thought, and while I still have the occasional leap of thought, if I concentrate, because of the brain damage from alcoholism, if I concentrate on anything, the more I concentrate, the more I get a headache. So I concentrate and my head starts to hurt, and the more I concentrate, the more it hurts. On top of that, the more I concentrate, the sleepier I get. So the more important the paperwork and the more I have to concentrate on it because it's important, the greater my headache and the more I'm trying to fight just to stay awake to get this stuff done. So I can't even remember what I was talking about now there, where I led up to that. I was talking about the fibro and forgetting things. Was that it? Because, yeah, I mean, oh, gods above. Today is a bad fibro day. Today is not going to be a good day, I can tell. I mean, already I've forgotten twice now what I was talking about in mid-conversation. Which, I guess, yeah, well, I've already said this before. I mean, I sometimes have flights of fantasy. I think everybody does this. Like, you know, Jacksepticeye is just going on tour. Markiplier's been on tour. Yeah, I watch Jacksepticeye. I watch Markiplier. What can I say? And it's nice to go on flights of fantasy and think, gosh, you know, what would it be like to go out on tour? What would I do on tour? That's where reality steps in. What would I do? Stand up in front of a crowd with my social anxieties telling me to get the hell out of there. And then every 3 minutes forgetting what I'm talking about and having to apologize and then jumping to a new random subject. About the only good thing about that is maybe people would show up just to listen so that they could be put to sleep by my voice. Since I have a gentle demeanor and generally a pleasant, calm voice, so who knows, maybe people would show up just for that, leave and go, who did we just watch? Was that Nearly Senior Citizen or Mr. Rogers or Bob Ross or I don't know who that was. What can I say? Therapy! That's right, I was talking about going to therapy because I have my therapy appointment today. That's why I'm in such a rush at 7-Eleven. Normally I wouldn't even start until like this time, which I'd like to start at 6:30, so this is a better time than I started. But I gotta leave here at 8:15 at the very latest to make it to Olympia so that I can make it to my therapy appointment. I live in Shelton, Washington. Shelton is a good 14 miles. Highway 101 you have to take to get from the outskirts of Shelton, from the very outer limits of Shelton to the very outer limits of Olympia is 14 straight miles on the Highway 101, and then you get on the interstate I-5 and go a little bit further to get to the stop to get out to go see this guy. So it's like 25 miles I have to drive to get there. Yay. Shelton is isolated in that fashion. We're just less than 10,000 people. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny little place. And I mean, we used to have a bowling alley. The bowling alley burned down. Nobody's put up a bowling alley. We had one bowling alley. The one bowling alley burned down. No bowling alleys now in Shelton. We have one theater inside Shelton, independently owned, amazingly enough. There is also one drive-in theater, amazingly enough, also independently owned. If you want to go see anything that doesn't go to one of those two theaters, it's the 25-mile drive into Shelton. Yay! Shelton, Olympia. So yeah, it's just a tiny little place, and I and my wife moved here, and basically I'm stuck here after she died. I don't have any money, and there's no place for me to go. I lived in Bellingham for like 30 some odd years. I'd love to go back to Bellingham, but I haven't been there since 2000. I've been gone for almost 20 years now. So, and it was already expensive. I was working and barely able to afford living there. What can I do now? Nothing. Anyway, though, we're up to the point where I'm going to thank 20 to 25 people. I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab. I'm going to thank those 20 to 25. It's arranged because even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of my hand, with my fibro, brain damage, and depression, I still get lost even with that right there. If I mispronounced your username, my sincere apologies. I'm terrible at names. I am an American English speaker. I'm actually better than most, but so no disrespect is intended. I'm slurring around my dentures today. I've got to get these things checked at the denturist. I am so sorry. Also, I'm not reading the comments yet. I do read every single comment. I thumbs up every one I read. I answer as many as I can. I just don't do it in video. Thumbs up for that. So, we're going to start with... there is Atlas. Thank you very, very much. Tundra Keeper. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. Always good to see you in comments. Johnny Grialva. I sure hope I'm very close. And John Val, thank you very much. Cass Cody, greatly appreciated. Dowack, I've seen your name quite a bit now. I'm getting to recognize your name. Thank you very, very much. It's good to see you there. Wally West, greatly appreciated. Trickster Fenta, thank you very, very much. Mark Wango Sosamito, boy, I sure hope I'm close. Thank you very, very much. Larry Brown, thank you. Tercio Philo, I sure hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly as well. Hannibal Freak, about that, and thank you. Orange Alien 95, greatly appreciated. These Geese, how about that, and thank you. Bill Story, son of a gun, and thank you. Nicholas Paquette, thank you very, very much. And BT Bosco, greatly appreciated. Angel Connect, and then a J, I sure hope I'm close. Thank you very, very much. Blashuvek, I sure hope. Thank you very, very much. Patrick L, greatly appreciated. And then Nearly XP, thumbs up and thank you. Gameland 1998, thumbs up and thank you. Andrew Ellis, thank you very, very much. DJ Orson Beats, thank you very, very much. And then Cave Guy 22, thank you so very, very much. It is greatly appreciated, each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. And I started my channel to connect with people because after the death of my wife, I had disconnected entirely. I was drifting off toward death. If I had not changed, if there had not been a change, I would not be here. I would have died. Out of terror, I reached out for a lifeline, and it was YouTube. I'm still here. Thank you so very much. I never expected to get more than 5 subscribers. The fact that I have 134,000 subscribers, thank you all so very, very much. You are all beautiful and awesome people. Yes, my viewership numbers, actual viewing numbers on the videos themselves are pretty sad. But you know what? They're awesome. Anything more than 0 is beautiful. Thank you all so very, very much. It is greatly appreciated. I'm still alive. Thank you. Thank you so very, very much. It is appreciated. I am still alive, and it's because of you. So thank you. And if you could check out my links, I've got Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes, I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very, very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool, but I would understand if you don't want to. But if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now until, well, a very long time from now. After all, slap a few coats of sealant on you, stack you like cordwood down in the basement. You'll last for decades before you go sour. And trust me, especially in these hard economic times, a guy has to eat. Cannibalism for the win. Hey, people, we're a renewable food source. Thumbs up for that. Well, gosh, it's 19 minutes and 20 seconds. I like to keep these at pretty much as close to around 20 minutes as possible. So, gosh, check out the Humble Bundle thing down there. There's a link. I get paid if you go there and buy anything using my link. That'd be awesome. I actually subscribe. They give to charity. It's a good thing, so thumbs up on that. Check them out. That would be cool. Hey, cool. So you take care. Have a great day today. I'm a terrible salesman. And I will see you on the flip side. So thumbs up. Again, I've gotten lost. I don't know how to end these things. I just wander, I ramble, and then I wonder, how the heck am I going to end this thing? And I just don't know. I just talk and I